All right. Let's move on to JSON and object operations. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. So let's declare an object. Let's say the object name is contact. This is an object equals. So JavaScript objects is enclosed with curly brackets like that, right? So this is an object. So now let's define the key and the values of the object. I want to say the first name of the contact equals Jimmy. The last name of the contact equals Tanzil. And the email of the contact equals jimmy@zone.io. So as we have seen this before in the previous videos, this is how we define or declare an object in JavaScript. And this very thing here is called, or this particular section here is called JavaScript Object Notation. So the internet is filled with JSON operations, passing and receiving data in JSON format. Not just for LWC, but if I've touched many programming languages, we use JSON pretty commonly when passing data through APIs, meaning like you're passing data to Facebook, to Twitter, to Twilio, to any open platform out there. They most commonly receive JSON notation and also send out JSON format data. So we will have to be very familiar with this JavaScript object notation. So you start with a curly bracket and you end with a curly bracket, and then the key and the value. The key is first name, the value is Jimmy. The key is last name, the value is Tanzil. The key is email, the value is jimmy@zone.io. So respectively, if I want to know what keys do we have in this contact object, I would do console.log. So I want to see all the keys, right? So I'm going to say Object.keys. I want to know the contact object, which is this one. What are the keys? So I would like to know all the keys or properties, which is first name, last name, and email. So if I do that, I'm going to save this page and flip back to our Trailhead site page, refresh. Oh, my bad, that my bad. So it's supposed to have a capital O, okay? Object.keys, because it's case sensitive. So now if I refresh that, you see we have first name, last name, and email as the keys. So this come in handy if you want to see you have a contact object in Salesforce, and the contact object have 200 fields. So you want to see if a particular field exists, you can use it like that, Object.keys, for example, and you want to check if the whatever you on your org, say maybe partner number. So partner number, is this exists or not, right? So you can use that for checking. So moving on is Object.values. Well, you guessed it, if Object.keys list all the keys of the object, the values would list all the values of the object. So if I do object values like so, it will list Jimmy, Tanzil, and jimmy@zone.io. If I refresh this, oops. Of course, I should put contact here, man. keep forgetting stuff in the past several videos. Hey, so console.log object.values for the contact object, please save that and refresh here. So we have Jimmy, Tanzil, and then the email jimmy@zone.io. So Object.keys will list all the keys of a particular object. Object.values will list all the values of a particular object. Okay, we also work with lots of objects in Salesforce, and the property on that would be the field names, the custom fields, and so on. So this would relate a lot. Okay, so next are the JSON.stringify method. So JSON.stringify, as the name says, it will convert JSON object to a string because it says JSON.stringify, right? So right now, if I just console.log the contact object, it will display display the contact like so, right? This is an object. Okay, you can click on it, right? And it's an object, and you can see all the properties there. So now if I do JSON.stringify, like JSON.stringify contact, like that, means convert this contact object into a string. Pretty straightforward, right? If I refresh this, so this is just a string. This is not an object. You cannot click on the arrow anymore, and this is just a string. Okay, so why would you want to do that? This is for when you want to pass data to other platform, not just on your code. So for example, if you want to pass this to a Facebook platform to sync data, or to another CRM to sync data, to Skyvia, or to what, Zapier. Man, I'm forgetting stuff here. Zapier, right? So if you zap stuff into there and you want to pass the data back and forth to other platform, to Twilio, to Twitter, whatever, you want to pass the string JSON, not the actual object. Okay, so you pass the string, so the other platform will receive your data in a JSON format, but still as a string. So that's why you use stringify. So now, for example, you are receiving a data JSON. Let JSON from internet. Somebody is passing data to here, right? So the data, the string data, is this. Okay, so if I do console.log, if I take this out, if I do console.log JSON from the internet, okay, this will print the same thing because it's just converting it to a string, which is this as well, right? The same string. Now say you receive this data from the internet, okay, as a string, this particular data. Now you want to convert this into an object so you can work with your code in your JavaScript or LWC. Well, what do? You use JSON.parse. So if I define this as an object again, I'm going to say contact object. Okay, so JSON.parse, this one, which we receive from the internet, for example. Okay, now if I console.log again, contact object, it will convert the string back into object so you can work with it. So it's converting back into object, see? Now you can work with it, meaning if I do console.log contact.object, email, it's just going to print my email because now we can access it like that. Boom, jimmy@sown.io. Okay, pretty neat, right? So that's how you work with JavaScript object notation and object operations, just the foundationals, which we use pretty much in LWC development. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bada bing, bada boom. Hit that subscribe button and explore new Trailhead grounds and learn to implement the most useful and popular apps on the Salesforce App Exchange. And do yourself a favor, like this video, and you'll be surprised on how much more you understand when watching this same video after liking it. Don't take my word. Watch this one more time after you like the video and see it for yourself. Bada bing, bada boom.